majors and minors. Now, let me give you two phrases before we get to the four majors. This will set it up and you'll see where I'm going. Two key phrases for your notes. Here's the first one. Life and business is like the changing seasons. That's the first phrase. Life and business is like the changing seasons. One of the best ways to describe life, it's like the seasons. Frank Sinatra sings, life is like the seasons. Now here's the second phrase. Very important. You cannot change the seasons, but you can change yourself. You can't change the seasons, but you can change yourself. And see, that's how life gets better for you. Not by chance, but by change. Now, here's the four major lessons in life to learn. I've got my first book finished. Came out a couple of weeks ago. This is in it. The four major lessons in life to learn. Here they are. Number one, learn how to handle the winters. That's lesson one. They come right after falls with regularity. Some are long and some are short and some are hard and some are easy, but they keep coming. You must learn to handle the nights. They come right after days. You must learn to handle difficulty. It comes right after opportunity. You must learn to handle recessions. They always follow progressions. For the last 6,000. See, it isn't going to change. The lesson you must learn is how to handle it. And there's all kinds of winters, right? The winter when you can't figure it out. The winter when it all goes smash. The winter when it turns belly up. The winter when it won't work, when you've run out of money and you've got a broken heart. See, those are winter times. There's all kinds. Economic winters, social winters, personal winters. When your heart is smashed in 1,000 pieces and the nights are unusually long, your prayers seem to go no higher than your head. It's wintertime. Barbara Streisand sings, "It used to be so natural to talk about forever, but used to be's don't count anymore. They just lay on the floor till we sweep them away. You don't sing me love songs, and you don't say you need me, and you don't bring me flowers anymore." A song of winter. But see, the disappointments come. Those are normal. That's part of life. But the question is, how do you handle it? How do you handle the coming winters and the disappointments and the downtimes? Well, you can't get rid of January by tearing it off the calendar. But here's what you can do. You can get stronger, you can get wiser, and you can get better. The winters won't change, but you can. And that's how life changes for you. See, before I understood when it was winter, I used to wish it was summer. I didn't understand. When it was hard, I used to wish it was easy. I didn't know. And then Mr. Schoaf gave me a part of his very unique philosophy when he said, "Don't wish it was easier, wish you were better." See, that triggered my whole life change. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. Don't wish for less challenge. Wish for more wisdom. That's the key. So that's lesson one. Learn how to handle the winters. Here's lesson two. Learn how to take advantage of the spring. That's the second one. Spring is called opportunity. And spring follows winter. What a great place for it. If you were going to put it somewhere, that'd be the place to put it, right after winter. And pray tell, how often does spring follow winter? Every year with regularity, 6,000. You can almost count on it. See, opportunity always comes. Days follow nights. Isn't that terrific? Opportunity follows difficulty. But here's what you must learn to do. Underline these two words in that key phrase. Take advantage. Underline those two. You must learn to take advantage of the spring. See, just because spring rolls around is no sign you're going to look good come fall. You got to do something with it. In fact, you have to get good at one of two things in life: planting in the spring or begging in the fall. Or get somebody to do it for you. See, those are about the only alternatives. Now, here's what else you must do. Take advantage of the springs quickly, because there's only a few. Just a handful of springs have been handed to each of us. They don't come forever. Life is fairly brief. So you got to read every book you can get your hands on what to do with your springs while they're here. And take advantage, they soon run out. The Beatles wrote, "Life is so short." And for John Lennon, it was extra short. But life is brief. Elton John sings, "She lived her life like a candle in the wind." It's brief.
Now you good.
So whatever you're going to do with your life, you got to get at it. Don't just let the springs pass.
All right, fam. We're going to start up in 3 minutes. I'm super excited to be on this call with you guys. We're going to start at 10:15 sharp. So let's make sure that we're spreading the word in all our group chats. Let's let everybody know that Mornings with Nano will be starting now in 2 minutes. It's 10:13. So spread the word. Go in the group chats, the Telegrams, the Discords, iMessage group chats. Let everybody know Mornings with Nano is live, and today's going to be a really good one, fam. So I'm excited for this one. Spread it, and we'll start in 2 minutes, fam.
Here's the third major lesson in life to learn. Learn how to protect your crops all summer. You got to take care of what you start. Sure enough, as soon as you've planted your garden in the spring, the busy bugs and the noxious weeds are out to take it. And here's the next bit of truth. They will take it.
Yes, they will.
Unless you prevent it. And that's the third major skill to learn. You've got to learn to prevent the intruder from taking all the good you start. It's one of the challenges. Here's two key phrases under number 3. First one, all good will be attacked. On this planet. Maybe not the next one we get to, but on this one, all good will be attacked. Every garden will be invaded. Not to think so is naive. And here's the second phrase. All values must be defended. Political values, social values, community values, family values, marriage values, friendship values, business values. Every garden must be tended all summer. Third major lesson. Now here's number 4. Fourth major lesson in life to learn. Learn how to reap in the fall without complaint. Learn to reap come harvest time without complaint.
Listen to this part, man.
Take full responsibility for what happens to you. It's one of the highest forms of human maturity, accepting full responsibility. It's the day you know you've passed from childhood to adulthood, the day you accept full responsibility.
This is it right here.
And another note, learn to reap in the fall without apology. Without apology if you do well, and without complaint if you don't. That's maturity. I used to have that long list of reasons why I wasn't doing well. To explain. You got to explain, right? Otherwise you're going to look bad. I used to have this funny list called Reasons for Not Looking Good. I used to blame the government. I mean, you can believe that or not. It was at the top of my list. I had a lecture second to none. The government. That was on my list. I used to blame taxes. Look what you got left after they take everything. And they expect you to do well. That was on my list there. Prices, that one's easy, right? You walk into the supermarket with $20, come out with a little half bag. So I had that on the list. I used to blame the weather. I blamed the traffic. I used to blame my car. I blamed the manufacturers. I used to blame.
All right, there we go. What's up, familia? Grand Rising and happy Tuesday. Super excited to be here with each and every single one of you guys. I hope all of you guys are having a blessed morning thus far. I'm actually calling in from Chicago this morning. I'm out in Chicago, the Windy City. They call it Chi-Town. They call it Chirac. They call it everything out here. But I'm super excited to be out here. Yesterday I arrived last night, and we went and got some tacos, and then my friends out here from Chicago, shout out to my boys and my friend Jess as well for showing me around Chicago. They went and showed me at least a good amount of it. They showed me some nice monuments and some good places and just some famous streets. And it's so dope when you land in certain cities and you just have friends. I was telling them this yesterday when I was sitting at the dinner table. We were having tacos. I'm like, bro, they were like, yo, what's up, bro? What you thinking about? I'm like, man, I'm just sitting here, and I'm just so grateful because I pull up to certain cities, and I have friends that I haven't even talked to that much. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even talked to that much, but the moment I landed, it was like, yo, let's go pull up on my boy Nano. Like, let's go show love. Let's go show my boy around. So, just amazing how you can show up to certain cities. And even though you have friends in those cities that you don't talk to every day, like my boy in the chat said, we pick up where we left off. My brother Isak, which was one of the individuals I was with yesterday. So, it was just amazing. I'm so grateful to have friends like, Jess, like Isak, like my brother Daniel as well. Just good people, solid people all the way around, and super grateful to be out here in Chicago. I'm gonna be out here almost a whole week, so I'm looking forward to that. And we have an event here. We have a lot of good things. I'm looking forward to all the pizza and all the good food that I'm gonna eat out here. So excited. Finishing up the tour, so it's looking good, fam. So I'm excited. Let's get into today's topic. Yes. Gratitude. Before we get into today's topic, what is one thing that you are grateful for today? Type it in the chat box for me. I am grateful for God and his grace. I am grateful for his protection. I'm grateful for getting to Chicago safe. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for my mind, my body, and my soul. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the roof over my head. I'm grateful for my mom, my dad, my little brother, my goddaughter, Dariana. It was her birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to my beautiful goddaughter. I'm extremely grateful for, my team and the leaders within my organization. I'm grateful for life in general, grateful for my mentors, grateful for everyone who has allowed me to, be an inspiration in their lives, and, just always putting me in a position of, accepting this role and this purpose that we have right now. So extremely grateful. Let me go live on IG for the fam as well. Yes, perfect. There we go. Awesome. So I'm just grateful for this coffee, grateful for the whole Mornings with Nano community. Grateful for my sister Jasmine as well and everything that she's doing for the Mornings with Nano community. Grateful for my brother G Hundo. I see you in here, bro. Very excited, very excited for all of us. Yes. Okay, so today I want to talk about a very important topic. This was a topic that I've done in the past, but I actually haven't done it on Mornings with Nano in a while. Actually, I've actually only done this training once. Okay, and it's the 7 causes of mediocrity. And basically, we want to make sure that nobody here is average. Okay, type great in the chat box if you accept greatness, if you are a great individuals, if you are a great leader, a great mother, a great father, you're not somebody that's just gonna be mediocre, right? You're just not gonna be an average person. You're gonna be more than that, right? And I really am grateful that I am surrounded by great people, okay? Because no one exactly on this call is considered mediocre. None of you guys, okay? All of you are great. You guys are successful. You guys are filled with abundance. And the beautiful thing about it is that, there are causes that make you, mediocre. And I want to talk about some of those causes because I want to make sure that you never fall into being an average individual or being someone who's just kind of making it through. And that's not the life that we live, right? Remember, when you're great, when you are successful, when you live in abundance, when you have a connection with your creator, okay, you're gonna live a great life, okay? Mediocrity does not exist in your vocabulary. It does not exist in your perception, okay? So it's important that I make you aware of the enemy so that you never become mediocre, okay? Because I don't ever want someone who's great to live average, okay? Because that's happening way too much in the world that we live in today. So many people that have so much potential, but they living like an average life. They're not living up to their potential, and they're just kind of going through the motions of life, right? Type a 2 in the chat box if you know somebody that has a lot of potential to be great, to have an amazing life, but for some reason they're settling for less. They're settling for just the average. They're settling for mediocrity. Okay, type that 2 to let me know. Nano, me too. I know somebody. And look, hey, maybe that's somebody right now. We can all be honest here. It could be you. Right now, you may be allowing yourself to fall into the mediocrity, type of people, and you don't want that to happen to you, all right? So let's talk about the 7 causes of mediocrity, all right? So number 1, and this is important, okay, the rear view mirror syndrome, okay? Number 1 is called the rear view mirror syndrome. That's the first cause of mediocrity. The rear view mirror syndrome. Now, what is the rear view mirror syndrome? Now, based off of what I'm saying right there, guys, what do you think I'm specifically talking about? Can anybody give me a quick guess before I dive into what it is? Anybody wanna get a guess at what this is? Right? Focused on the past, an individual that's stuck in the past. Yes, there you go. So you guys know a little bit. So the rear view mirror syndrome is the number 1 crippling cause, okay, of mediocrity. Okay. Now, the reason for that is because we always say this, and I want you guys to always remember this, and I want you guys to write this down. Okay. Become an architect of your future and not a prisoner of your past. All right. Write that down. Become the architect of your future, not a prisoner of your past. Very important. Become the architect of your future. Create that future. What do you want your future to look like? You want a nice, abundant future where your family is healthy and retired, where you're living in your dream home, driving your dream car. Okay, you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars a year. All right. You want to live and create that future. Okay. But what you don't want to do is be a prisoner of your past. Right? You don't want to be stuck on what happened in the past, or what if this happened, or man, this person did this to me and she was wrong, he was wrong, and this happened and that happened. You want to be able to let go of the things that happened in the past. And I know that this is something that you guys hear, and I know that this is something that you guys are aware of, okay, that we shouldn't focus on the past, because I was having a conversation last night, and we talk about that whatever we focus on, it grows. Okay. whatever you focus on, it grows. Whatever you give your attention to, it expands. So we got to think about this, right? And I want you guys to think about this from a logical perspective, not an emotional perspective. From a logical perspective, if we sit down and think, okay, if what we focus on grows, okay, and let's say that we had a past experience that wasn't too, satisfying. It wasn't what we expected, okay, and let's say that past experience, every time that we think about it, it causes, thoughts and feelings of, sadness and depression and anxiety, and you start to feel angry based off of that past experience. But now remember, what we're focusing on is going to grow. So what tends to happen to people is this, okay, and I'm telling you from experience because it has happened to me, okay. I was so focused on something that had happened to me in the past, okay, to the point that every time I thought about it, it would bring up, these feelings of anger and fear and doubt and insecurity, that now, because I was focusing on that, it started to grow. But remember, it wasn't like the past experience grew again and happened again. No, that's not what happened. The thing is that because you're on that vibrational level, you're going to attract situations that make you feel the exact same way as that situation that happened to you in the past. So you're going to attract similar situations and circumstances that create those same feelings. So maybe the same exact thing is not going to happen again, but you're going to attract similar circumstances, situations, people that will create that same feeling for you again, because you are too stuck on the past, on what happened, on what if this could have or that could have. It's just not a good place to be. Okay. Don't let your prior circumstances determine your future results. Okay. Write that down. Do not let your prior circumstances determine your future results. That is super key. That is very, very, very key for all of us to understand. So we gotta, and we also gotta know the numbers. Okay, we also gotta know the numbers. They say that the average person has anywhere from 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. Now, let's think about the numbers really fast. Okay. For someone who grew up in, a low income family, okay, for someone who's from the hood, someone who, eats junk food and, has friends that are not in the best, careers and everything, for the most part, the average person has about 70% negative thoughts. 70% naturally. That's just how the system has been set up. So if you think about it, out of 50 to 60,000 thoughts, 70% of them are going to be negative unless you learn how to rewire them. You got to learn how to rewire them and let go of those past experiences, because a lot of the thoughts that you have today, a lot of the feelings that you have today, a lot of the fears and everything that you have today are all based off of past experiences. They're all based off of past experiences. Okay. And you don't want to be the person that, allows past experiences to hold you back from what you want to accomplish today. This is one of the main things. Okay. This is the number one reason for mediocrity, is the rear view mirror syndrome. You're always looking back. Okay. You have a tendency of always looking back to see what happened to you. And that's only going to hold you back, because if you're so focused on what's behind you, you're never going to focus on what's in front of you. And this is so important. This is so key. So if today you're on this call and you're like, you know what, Nano, I have been focused on the past. I have been focused on, things that happened to me prior or people who did me wrong. fam, it's time for us to let all of this stuff go. We got to let it go. You got to let go of the people that have been, in your living in your mind rent free. You ever heard of the saying that, people say, yo, I'm living in your mind rent free because they're always on your mind. Well, there's some people right now that did something to you, that hurt you, that are living in your mind rent free. They're not even paying for it. They're just rent free. They're just living in your mind rent free. We have to learn how to let go of people, circumstances, and situations that happen in our lives, and just let them be. And trust me, it's difficult. It's easier said than done. It's not like, you're gonna make a decision today to forget the person and then tomorrow they're completely forgotten. No, but it takes time. It takes meditation. It takes time spent in your journal. Okay, it takes time. Forgiving. Okay, is something that, a lot of us need to learn how to do, is learn how to how to forgive. Okay, because forgiveness is really the way of love. All right, and it's important. And remember, at the end of the day, you do the forgiveness for you. Some of you guys need to forgive yourself. You need to forgive the person. You need to forgive the situation. Just forgive and let go. And let go. Let the situation be. Put yourself in a good state of mind and go out there and create the life of your dreams. Remember, become the architect of your future. All right. And do not be the prisoner of your past. Fam, I've had to forgive myself many times. Okay. I've had to forgive people that I've done a lot for and did me wrong as well. Okay. But guess what? That's the reason why I'm able to go to sleep at night and I am grateful and I am at peace. And I just feel so happy every day because I don't have any past experiences that show up in my life. Okay. I don't have any people that did me wrong that when their name comes up, I feel anger or hate towards them. I've forgiven myself. I've forgiven people around me, and I've forgiven past experiences. The past for me was beautiful. I look at everything as a positive. I don't hold no grudges towards anybody. No, I don't have beef with anybody. It's not like I have beef with anybody. I can't show up to somebody's city and somebody wants any, problems against me that I know of. So, we want to live like that. This is something that'll keep you, in mediocrity if you do not let go of the past. Okay. We got to let go of the past, and that will be the number one. Okay. The number one cause to keeping you average is allowing the past, okay, to determine your future. And if you look around, and if you look at some friends and you look at family, and from this day moving forward, you will notice that people that you talk to, individuals that you surround yourself with that are always focused in the past, you will always realize that they are always in the same place. Just look at the situation of the person that is always stuck in the past. They are always in the same place. Very, very difficult for somebody who is focused on the past and also moving forward in the future. Because how are you going to beat me? Think about it. If we're in a race, for example, okay? If you're always looking back and I'm just focused on moving forward, by the time you look forward, I'm already way ahead of you. And if you keep looking back, by the time you even think about catching up, I'm already too far because I'm only focused on forward. What can we do moving forward? How can we improve moving forward? Okay, so type a 1 in the chat box if you guys understand the rear view mirror syndrome. Okay, if you understand the rear view mirror syndrome, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, let me make sure I set this up right here. Good. I want to make sure that everybody understands that first because that is very, very, very key. You got to understand the rear view syndrome. Once you understand that, that's the first cause of mediocrity. All right. Your past will never equal your future. It only makes your future better. Okay. Now I'm going to run through the next few ones here so that way we can get through the whole training pretty quick. All right. The second cause of mediocrity is lack of purpose. Lack of purpose. Something that will keep you average is somebody who wakes up every day with no purpose. Nano, what do you mean by purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why did you wake up this morning? Why did you do your morning routine this morning? Why are you making the sacrifices that you're making? Why are you working 10, 12, 13-hour days? Why are you doing what you're doing? What's your purpose? What is your purpose? All right. We need to understand this. Lack of purpose will keep you mediocre. It will keep you average. Look around. Look around your neighborhood. Look around your community. The people that have no purpose, what are they really doing? Think about it. Sit down and actually think about it. Look around. Think about it really fast. How many people around you actually live with purpose? Live with a reason why, growing every day, becoming the best version of themselves every day, waking up early, staying up late, working on their dreams. They have purpose. But pay attention, guys. If you really sit down and think about it, hardly any. I agree with Overachieve King. Hardly any. So it's easy for us to look around and be like, yo, this person doesn't have purpose. That person doesn't have purpose. What is your purpose? Are you waking up every day just to wake up? Do you just wake up every day just to wake up? Do you wake up and just be like, you know what? Let me just jump on Mornings with Nana. Let me just trade. Let me just post on Instagram just because. Or are you actually waking up with a purpose? Okay, I got to wake up at 6 a.m. because I got to do my full morning routine before Mornings with Nano. I got to make sure that I'm locked in. I got to make sure that I'm working on myself daily. I got to make sure I'm learning new skill sets because I got a daughter. I got a kid I got to take care of. I got to be an example for my baby. I got parents I got to retire. I got me that I got to become the best version of. Right? What is your purpose? Why do you wake up and do this every day? Right? It could be for family, it could be for yourself, it could be for your kids, it could be for, for whatever. No, I was using that as an example. I don't have a daughter yet, my goddaughter yet. But I was using it as an example, right? So, if you have a kid, who are you doing it for them? What wakes you up every single day? This is important because, if you want to overcome mediocrity, all right, one of the secrets to overcoming it is living a life of purpose. You got to become and you have to make sure that you live a life of purpose. Every day, why does Nano wake up so happy, so excited? Because on Mornings with Nano, I'm fulfilling my purpose. My purpose is to spread knowledge and love and help my family and become the best version of myself and create a great relationship with my creator and get individuals closer to him. Okay. So I understand what my purpose is. I really understand what my purpose is. That's why I'm on the road 2 months almost. Like at the end of this, guys, I left my house September 14 on the road. And I've been on the road since. I only went home for like 5 days to, change back up my clothes after Europe. And I'm back on the road again. And I'm on the road till November 10th, November 11th. But I left September 14th. So think about it. On the road for 2 months, basically. You think if I had lack of purpose, I would be on the road for 2 months? Sleeping on couches, hotels, staying up late, 8 hours of traveling, 10 hours of traveling, 14 hours of traveling, speaking on stages, dinners. You see, this is what it's all about. I wrote something to my team last night, right before I went to bed. I want to read it to you guys as well. But let me just read it to you guys real quick right here. I send them a message. I don't know how many of them saw it, but I send them for motivational purposes, right? So I said, in the trenches in Chicago, it's almost 3 a.m. and we on the road making it happen. These are the sacrifices that count. These times away from your family are the ones that build character. Sleeping on couches, living out of a suitcase, 8 hours of traveling, breakfast in Miami, late lunch in New York for my layover, and then dinner in Chicago. These are the days that we speak about on stage. When you look back and see how far you've come, I just wanted to share this moment with everyone because this is what it's all about. I can easily, go out there and, stay in a hotel and get my own bed, but I'd rather be in the trenches with my family, with my people, so that people can see that we come from the same place. We come from humble beginnings, and that's what this is all about. And I wanted to share that with my family because I don't want ever to forget where I came from. All right. My mentor always told me, he said, Nano, the day that you forget where you came from, you are already on your way there. Listen to that again. The moment you forget where you came from, you are already on your way there. So I never forget where I come from. Never. Easily. I said, you know what? I want to go and make this happen. Okay. And this is what it's all about. But you know why? It's because of my purpose. I have individuals, that text me like, bro, how do you do it? How do you travel so much? How do you not get tired? It's because I'm living my purpose. I can't get tired. People ask me all the time, Nano, how are you so consistent? It's because of my purpose. Nano, how are you so disciplined? Because of my purpose. Nano, how can you stay up and wake up early? Because of my purpose. How do you not get bothered when people leave your business or when this happens or when that happens? Because of my purpose. My purpose is so big and it is so strong that it doesn't matter what circumstance happens in my life, I'm always following my purpose. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not average. That's the reason why I am great. I am great and I accept that. You know why? Because I have purpose and I'm fulfilling God's purpose every single day on this earth that I walk. This is what it's about right here. It's about finding that purpose and living it every single day. And that's what I've done. That's why you guys see me and you guys are like, yo, wow. Like, man, I wish I could be as consistent as Nano. I wish I can travel and live on the road like Nano. But the thing is that, guys, you can. Trust me, you could do it like me and better if you find your purpose, if you live a life that is filled with purpose, filled with fulfillment. I go to sleep at night, guys, at peace. I don't think you guys understand, at complete peace and serenity and just tranquility, knowing that I am serving my purpose. There's no better feeling than that. I promise you guys, there's not a feeling in the world better than sleeping at peace every single night because of the sacrifices that I've made in the past to be here today. And I give all the glory and all the gratitude to God. And am I satisfied with where I'm at? Absolutely not. But I'm grateful for where I'm at. Can I be making more money? Of course, but I'm grateful. And let me tell you guys something. It's not the money that I have that has brought me peace. Okay? It's not the investments that I've made that brought me peace. Okay? It's not that. It's my connection with my creator. It's my faith. It's my personal development. It's my emotional intelligence. It's my love for my family. These are the things that have brought me peace. It wasn't money. It wasn't the flights. It wasn't, the great crypto investments that we made us hundreds and thousands of dollars. Right? It's been my relationship with God that's brought me peace. It's been my personal development. These are the things that have brought me incredible peace. the fact that every day I get a chance to jump on a call. Think about it. We have almost 500 people on this call. Okay. That I get a chance to wake up and there's 500, 600 people waiting for me to hear me speak. But I started these calls 3.5 years ago, and the first call was 15, 20 people. And I was broke and I had no peace. So it's about finding that purpose, fam. And I'm telling you guys, it feels so good. It feels so amazing when you have that peace. Trust me, guys, all the work that you're putting in right now, all those sacrifices that you're making right now, all those late nights, all those early mornings, all those books you're reading, all those sacrifices that you're making, they're going to be worth it when you have that peace. Not when you have the money, because I've had the money and not been peaceful. So let me make that very clear. I've had money and not been at peace. But when there's gonna come a certain time in your life when you just reach that peace. And you just appreciate them because that peace is not always there. Okay. I know that there'll be times in the next few years of my life where there will be some things thrown at me. But guess what? As long as I'm able to stay calm during the storm, that's the key. Okay. It's just amazing, fam. And I don't give you guys enough credit. And before I move on to the next one, I want you guys to know that because of you, I live a life of peace, abundance, and gratitude because of everybody that jumps on Mornings with Nano. Okay. I am so grateful for this family because the fact that, you know, you guys give me the permission to jump on these calls and share with you guys the wisdom and the things that I've learned and the things that have allowed me to become the best version of myself. And the fact that you guys jump on these calls and watch these recordings and share with your friends and share with your families, there's no words in the world that can describe the feeling that I feel for this group. That's why when I see you guys, I just want to give you guys a hug. I want to take every picture. I want to answer every question because I just want to find a way to repay you guys for all the amazing things that you guys have done for me. I wouldn't be Nano if it wasn't for this family. We wouldn't be doing the things that we're doing today if it wasn't for this family. I wouldn't be invited to speak in different countries and in different places if it wasn't for this family. You guys helped me spread the word. You guys shared it with a family, shared it with a friend, and certain people loved this. Certain people was like, yo, you know what? It's not for me. The Dominican kid with curly hair, that's not my vibe. But yo, he knows what he's talking about, and I hope the best for him. But then there were people that was like, yo, this Dominican kid, he talks his stuff. I'm gonna rock out with him, right? It's you can't please everybody, right? But I'm grateful that you guys have allowed me to be a part of your lives. And for some of you, you guys have allowed me to be a part of, your children's lives. And, I sometimes when I'm going through, my stories and I'm looking and I'm like, bro, it's so amazing that, there's kids watching these calls with me. Okay. Like there's kids on these calls. Like you guys are allowing me, the girls are thriving though. They are all right right now. I got them, they doing their best. They holding up. But this is what it's all about, finding your purpose. Okay, so that's number 2. Put a 2 in the chat box if you guys are living a purposeful life or you're working to get that purpose, right? Because I get it. I didn't find my purpose till Mornings with Nano. So think about it. I didn't find my purpose until 2 years into my journey. So don't feel bad if you feel like you still haven't found your true purpose yet. Eventually you will. Trust me, you will. Okay, so that was number 2. Number 3. All right. Number 3 is isolating incidents. Okay. Number 3 is one of the 7 causes of mediocrity, which is isolating incidents. All right. Now, let's talk about this a little bit. All right. Isolating incidents. Now, what do I mean by that? We need to remember that, okay, every choice that we make in life. Yeah, the quality on the phone is definitely more lit. Every choice that we make in life, every action that we take is on us. Every choice. Every choice that we make is on us, okay? So what tends to happen in this, and this is something that what I would do a lot, and I realize that it's not the best thing to do. Sometimes we go through certain things because of the choices that we make in life. And what happens is because we made a mistake or because we took a loss or because we lost a rank, we tend to think that isolation from everybody is the best bet. Like, you know what, bro? I'm gonna just forget everybody and I'm just gonna isolate myself. I'm gonna isolate myself. I'm not gonna talk to anybody. I'm not gonna associate myself with everybody, anything. And what tends to happen is, guys, you tend to break away the opportunity to get mentorship from somebody that could have helped you during that time. You see, I'm somebody that I used to do that a lot until I realized that I can actually just ask for mentorship from somebody who's probably been through it, and I can get through it a lot faster because I would go through certain situations, for example. Okay. And let's say, for example, I took a bad trade and I lost a ton of money, or somebody left my business that I didn't expect to leave my business. I would get pissed off. I would get pissed off. I have very little emotional intelligence, so I would get pissed off, and it was like, yo, forget everybody. I'm done trying to help people because every time I try to help people, people always leave me. They backstab me, and this is not for me, bro. I'm done doing this, and I would isolate myself. Like I wouldn't talk to people. I wouldn't promote my business on my social media anymore. I would just really feel some type of way because I'm like, bro, I'm done helping people. People are so ungrateful, and I would just sit there with that feeling, and it wasn't a good feeling, if I'm honest with you guys, right? It was not a good feeling at all, and I would do those isolation incidents that in reality, you know I didn't deserve isolation in that time. There's two types of isolation. I know that we say separate to elevate, isolate to elevate, but that's a different type of isolation. When you take the time to isolate yourself for to do your morning routine more consistently, and to maybe not have as much people around you at certain times, and you're doing it for the right intentions, then isolation is great. But when you're isolating yourself because of a certain situation that happened in your life, or certain person or situation that affected you emotionally, and now you want to just isolate yourself because of that situation, that's no good. There's a difference. Okay, trust me, I've isolated when I've wanted to grind, and then I've isolated when I wanted to be like petty nano. Petty nano. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to trade anymore. I don't want to make an investment anymore. Okay. I've done both. And I can tell you guys right now that the intention is the key behind everything. All right. If you guys would have known Nano 5 years ago, you guys will not believe who I am today. You guys would be like, no way, this is Nano right here. Like if you knew who Nano was 5 years ago, you guys would be like, nah, bro. You serious? This is Nano right here? Like, are you sure? You sure this is Nano? You wouldn't even believe it. You wouldn't even believe it, honestly. Some of you guys would be absolutely mind blown if you guys knew who I was 5, 6 years ago. And it's not that I was a bad person. Okay, I was a great person. It's just, the qualities that I had, the lack of emotional intelligence, the awareness, everything was just, it's incredible. So make sure that if you are going through anything, or if there is anything right now in your life that is bothering you or anything, don't take that time to isolate. Take that time to reflect. Take that time. I love what Queen Bima said in the chat. Take that time to reflect, readjust, and revise. Right? Take that time to really work on you. Okay, this is very, very, very key. Okay, very important that you guys understand that. All right, let me remove this right here really quick. Give me 1 sec, guys. We gotta take that into account. You know, sometimes we just have to understand that certain things are the way that they have to be, accept them as they come, and just grow from it. All right, don't go into these isolations that stop you from serving your purpose. Imagine if I got mad one day and I was like, you know what, bro? Nobody appreciates me no more. I'm done, bro. No mornings with Nano for the month. I'm gonna isolate myself. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to do no calls. I don't want to see nobody. And I just stopped doing mornings with Nano because of it. Imagine that. A whole month of not serving my purpose just because I went through a situation. See, you see how much that stops me right there? That's gonna stop me a lot because remember, this is my purpose. This is my purpose. So because I went through a situation, I'm going to stop serving you guys and helping you guys out because I went through something, because a person left my business, because I took a bad trade or I made a bad investment or I haven't been able to get to where I want to go to. That's what I'm going to do. This is my way of getting through it. No, that would be a mediocre action that Nano took, which would bring me no success, would bring me no fulfillment. And that's not what it's about. That's not what life is about. So be careful with the isolation incidents. Only isolate when required for personal growth, not for choices and emotional decisions. Don't do that. That's number 3. Okay, number 4. All right, is lack of accountability. This is so important. This is so important. Accountability is the act of being responsible for yourself or someone else around you. Accountability. The lack of accountability will keep you mediocre. I don't know about you guys, but type a 1 in the chat box if you talk to yourself, right? Do you like talk to yourself, give yourself like little self motivations and like little self talks yourself? Because I do that a lot, right? I realized early on in this journey that nobody cares. You actually start to laugh. I started to laugh when I realized, I'm like, damn, nobody really cares about Nano. Like, nobody cares if Nano wakes up late. Nobody cares if Nano does his morning routine or not. Nobody cares if Nano's eating healthy or not. Nobody cares. Like, I realized at one point that I'm like, yo, bro, nobody cares for real. Like, rarely will you find somebody that actually cares and will hold you accountable. So I'm like, yo, and I would always hear these successful people talk about, you got to be accountable. You got to be accountable. And then I realized, I'm like, man, bro, I got to be the one that's my own accountability partner. I got to be my biggest accountability partner, which means I got to be hard on myself. All right. I come from, a coaching background, baseball, and my coaches were hard on me. They gave me tough love. Man, they loved me, but they gave me tough love. They would hold me accountable. And I know you guys have heard some of my stories of my coaches. And, it was hard for me because remember, in these businesses and entrepreneurship, they call entrepreneurship a voluntary army. That's what they call it. Because it's voluntary. You wake up if you want to. You don't have to jump on mornings with Nano. You guys voluntarily jump on mornings with Nano. You guys voluntarily, post on social media. You voluntarily, jump on calls and trainings and so on and so forth. So it's not like we have to be at work. Like, when you have a job and you got to be there at 9 and you get out at 5 and you have that accountability at a job. You have an accountability at a job when you got to meet certain quotas and you got to do certain things and you got to move a certain way and you can't be late and all. There's accountability there because if you don't show up to your job after a day or two, you'll get fired. That if you show up late, you'll get fired. If you don't put in the work in, you get fired. That if you leave too early, you get fired. That if you overstay your lunch, something will happen. So there's accountability at work. But in these businesses, network marketing, entrepreneurship, there is no accountability in a way. Especially when you're first getting started, you don't have somebody there to be like, hey, if you don't do this, you're gonna fail, or if you don't do this, we're gonna take your membership away. And for me in the beginning, it was hard. It was very hard. And I can imagine that it's hard for you guys as well. You see, I've never had a job. So I've never had that accountability from a job. Okay. I don't know what it's like to clock in and be at a job at a certain time and get out by a certain time. I don't know what that's like because I've never worked a job. But I do know what it's like in a coaching player perspective, the accountability. And what I had to do when I came into this, guys, and after I started to realize that nobody actually cares, that you have to be your own self-accountable person, was that, I had to stay true to what I said I had to do. And if I didn't, I had to hold myself accountable for it. So for example, something we always talking about, my morning routine. Okay. That was the first thing that I had to learn how to be, accountable for. I'm like, okay, Nano, did you wake up at this time? For example, when I'm home, my goal is to be up by 6:30. Okay. So, I had to be real with myself. Okay, Nano, did you wake up at 6, bro? Like, I would be talking to myself, like on my way to the park, I'd be like, okay, you're on your way to the park. I'm proud of you, Nano. Great job. But you didn't wake up at the time you said you were going to wake up. You hit the snooze button, bro. You got to stop hitting the snooze button, Nano, in the morning. You got to make sure that the moment that alarm sounds, you got to get up out of bed, bro. Like, you can't continue to do the same thing over and over again and accepting and expecting a different result. You got to be up at 6 and out of bed so that you can do the full morning routine. Because we showed up 30 minutes late, 40 minutes late, you're not going to be able to do the full morning routine. And these were conversations I was having with myself, like really talking to myself. Like, next morning, I'm like, bro, get up, Nano, get up out of bed. I know you're tired. I know it sucks. You went to sleep late, but you got to get up. You got to get up. You got to go do that routine, bro. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm holding myself accountable. And if I don't wake up and I slack off, you best believe I'm being hard on myself. I'm being hard on myself. I'm talking to myself. I'm letting myself know, yo, Nano, what are you doing, bro? Your team is counting on you. Remember, Nano, remember the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. And right now you're moving slow as hell, Nano. What's good? What's good? How you expect your team to move if you're moving slow? These are conversations I'm having with myself. Nano, how you expect to pour into the mornings with Nano family if you haven't done your morning routine for 3 days? Let's go, bro. You got it. These are conversations that I'm having with myself. Nano, how you expect your team to get new people to join the business if you're not getting new people to join your business? So I never tell my team to do something that I'm not doing. Never. I will never tell my team to do something that I'm not doing. If I'm on the road, I'll tell them, yo, go on the road. If I'm recruiting and we're getting new people to join the business, I'm telling them to do things that I do because I understand that. So lack of accountability will hold you back and it'll keep you mediocre, because if you're somebody that's just letting yourself slide, like the other day, for example, I had to hold myself accountable because I had a choice: eat healthy or eat junk food. Right? Or eat some, or it wasn't like junk food, but it wasn't the best food. I was like, I wanted to eat healthy, but then I kind of wanted like my guilty pleasure. And I was like, and then, and you know what's funny? I'm talking to myself and I'm like, all right, Nano, this is what you're really supposed to be eating. If you eat this, it's maybe going to make you feel down and you're going to maybe feel sluggish and stuff like that. And then I looked, and then I still chose, obviously, my guilty pleasure because I'm still working on this stuff myself so I can be transparent with you guys. And I said, and then after I ate it, I was so disappointed in myself. I was like, damn, Nano, you couldn't just pick the salad, bro. you had to go with the fried chicken sandwich. You had to go for the fried chicken sandwich. You couldn't have just gone for the salad. Like, come on, bro. Like, look, now I feel guilty. Like, I don't feel so good. That Chick-fil-A sometimes gets you, bro. I love my Chick-fil-A with the waffle fries, and I know that it's not good for me, but for some reason it was like I just had a wow. I wanted my Chick-fil-A sandwich with the Chick-fil-A sauce, and and I wanted my fries, and I wanted to be able to dip it in there, and the cookies and cream milkshake. But then I was like, damn, Nano, come on, bro. That's not the way to go. That's not the way to go, bro. And I had to hold myself accountable. I had to hold myself accountable. I had to tell myself, like, yo, let that be the last time that you have a choice to pick from healthy or unhealthy, and you choose unhealthy, because that was the old me that won. The old me won in that situation. The old Nano picked the sandwich. That wasn't the new Nano that is, being health conscious of foods. And yo, fam, wait till I start reading to you guys from this book that I've read and I'm reading and I'm finishing up about the food that we eat. I'm gonna literally change all of the way that we eat here. I'm telling you guys will never look at food the same after I break down some of the stuff that I've been learning lately. So, but it's that accountability, holding myself accountable. Like, yo, Nano, like, you gotta make sure that you're making the right food choices. You gotta make sure you're making the right food choices. And it's that accountability. And having that accountability, now next time I get presented the idea of chicken sandwich or salad, you best believe I'm gonna pick that chicken sandwich. I mean, not the chicken sandwich. You best believe I'm gonna pick that salad. You best believe I'm gonna pick that salad. I gotta pick it. I can't let the old me win. You see, even the old me try to win right there. Nah, I'm gonna pick the chicken sandwich. But no, the truth came out. Nah, but seriously, I gotta pick the salad, because I gotta pick the healthier choice, because that's what it takes. Okay, you gotta pick the healthier choice. You gotta be able to hold yourself accountable. Okay, so that's number 4, is lack of accountability. That'll keep you mediocre. Type of 4 in the chat box if you're gonna hold yourself more accountable after this now, right? If you're gonna hold yourself more accountable after this, okay, you need that, fam. I promise you, you need that accountability. The accountability is really the key to everything. Okay, it is so valuable. All right, self accountability. Don't look, guys. I told you, nobody cared. People did not hold me accountable. My mom didn't hold me accountable. My dad, nobody at the time was holding me accountable. The only person that you should worry about holding you accountable is yourself, okay? That's number 4. Number 5, the 5th thing that keeps you in mediocrity is your circle of influence. Oof. This one is gonna touch some of you guys for sure. Your circle of influence. Ay. Man, this one's tough right here. There's these sayings, you become the 5, you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And, you show me your friends, you show me your future. Fam, that stuff is real. Okay? That stuff is real. Okay? Who are you talking to the most? Who are you spending the most time with? Right? I always say this, right? Some of us are spending 3 hours with people that we should be only spending 5 minutes with. And then we're spending 5 minutes with people that we should be spending 3 hours with. Don't let that go over your head. I'm going to repeat it one more time. Too many of us are spending 3 hours with people we should be spending 5 minutes with. And then we're spending 5 minutes with people we should be spending 3 hours with. Nano, can you give me an example? Of course. Let's say you have friends and negative friends and family. You're spending 3 hours with negative friends and family that in reality you should only be spending 5 minutes with. Okay? And then your mentors and the people who influence you and the people that impact you and the people that you should really be spending time with, you're spending 5 minutes with those people when in reality you should be spending 3 hours with those people. That's the difference. The moment that I changed the people that I was conversating with, because remember, I have friends. I love all my friends, okay? But some of my friends weren't on the same vibration as me, okay? And I had to change because I actually tried it. I actually, sat down and thought about it, and it's 11:11. This is how true this is all is, right? But I sat down and I thought about it. They said I am the average of the 5 people I spend the most time with and I conversate with the most. So I sat down and I looked at it and I was like, okay, let me think about the 5 people I talk to every single day. Okay, and I started to think about it. Boom, 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 boom. These are probably the 5 to 6 people I spend the most time with every day and talk to every day. And I am the average of them. And then I started looking at their lives, their financial situation, their emotional stuff. And I'm like, shit, I am an average of the 5 people. I am. I see it now. I see similar habits that they have that I have. I see similar financial issues that they have that I have. I see a lot of similarities. And you know what? I don't know if I want to continue this like this. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start talking to people that have what I want more. So what I started to do was I started to talk to my mentor more. I started to talk to people on my team more. I started to surround myself with people who were headed in the right direction. Maybe they didn't have the results yet, but they had the right mindset. They had the right, direction in life. And I started to spend more time with those people. And what tended to happen was direction changed. Everything changed because guess what? I was surrounding myself with the right people. My circle of influence had changed. Okay, because remember, if you have a circle of influence that loves to party, you're going to love to party. If you have a circle of influence that loves to smoke weed and chill and relax all the time, then you're going to fall into that. Remember, you're going to be influenced by that. Okay, if you have a circle of influence that likes to hang out and chill, you would follow exactly what your circle of influence. That's why it's called a circle of influence, because you get influenced into doing things with your circle. Okay, you just become an average of those 5 people. So your circle of influence has to change. If there's one thing outside of the past and certain things, if there's one thing that'll keep you stuck, is your circle of influence, guaranteed. You have to change your circle of influence. You cannot be the smartest person in the room. Okay, when you're the smartest person in the room, you get drained of your energy and your knowledge. You need to be in rooms where you're the brokest person in the room and you're the least smartest person in the room. Okay? What if you don't have a circle? Create a circle. Find a circle. I sit down at tables sometimes. The other day I was sitting down in the Dubai table. I was in Dubai like this. And I was sitting down and I was like, and I looked around and I started, and because I know how much some of my friends make. And I'm like, this one makes, $500,000 a month. This one makes 50,000 a month. This one makes 100,000 a month. This one's a multimillionaire. This one, this. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking around and I'm like, yo, I'm the brokest person here. and I got money, and I'm doing great. But it made me feel grateful because I'm like, yo, look, I was able to come. These were things I would talk about. I'm like, bro, I want to be the brokest person in the room. I want to be in a room where I can learn and get poured into on a day-to-day basis. And that's what happened. I put myself in a situation where now I am the brokest person at the table when I'm at some of these tables. Seriously. Right? The other day, I'm not gonna say her name for certain purposes, but think about it. My friend let me drive, her Rolls Royce Cullinan. Like that's my dream car, and my friend who has one, right, allowed me to drive it. Like, think about how dope that is. Like, I had a friend that was like, I'm like, yo, sis, can I go sit in the car and, can I just go sit in the car and, just test drive it and just kind of feel the leather and all of that and everything. So I'm sitting in the car and she's like, yo, take it for a spin, bro. And I'm like, are you serious? For real? You're going to let me take it for a spin? And she was like, yeah, bro, that's yours. Go sit down, visualize it, do your whole thing. For me, it's regular. But, for you, it's the first time. And I'm like, of course, I'm not going to say no. And I just sat in the car and I'm like, yes, thank you, God. And I'm touching it and I'm taking pictures with it. I'm like, yo, how do I look? I look good, right? This is my car. And, but it feels so good because think about it. I'm not going to be excited to hop in my boy's Honda. No disrespect. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. But I'm not excited to jump in my boy's Honda. I've been in 100 Hondas. It's thousands of Honda cars. But, my friend had a Rolls Royce Cullinan, a $500,000 car. If you don't got $500,000, you can't sit in that car. You can't even buy that car. So the fact that I have friends in my circle of influence, and this is family for me. She knows who she is. This is my family, and I have her in my circle of influence. These are the things that happen because I'm talking to people and I'm surrounded with people that have the results that I want, that are living that life already. And that's what I want you guys to remember. Now, it wasn't always like that. Okay, it wasn't always like that. But as you start to create these circles of influence, okay, they start to grow. And you'll create one that in the beginning may not be as successful as you may want it, but as they grow, you'll start to think, now my circle of influence is only 7 and 8 figure earners. Like when I tell you guys that out of all my friends, I am the one that makes the least amount of money, believe me, because all my friends are all multiple 7 and 8 figure earners. All of them are all 7 and 8 figure earners. Every single one of them. They are all making millions and tens and tens and tens of millions. I'm the only one that is in multiple 6 figures, right? But that just goes to show, by law, I become who I hang out with. So it's only a matter of time before I become a part of the 7 and 8 figure crew. It's just time and effort now. So you got to change your circle of influence, which means I enter the 7, 8 figure group. You know what that does now for you? I'm part of your circle of influence, which means that everybody on Mornings with Nano is only a matter of time before you become a 7 and 8 figure earner. In reality, guys, in all truth, and if we could keep it G on this call, okay, we are already, in reality, all of us on this call, we are already all 7 and 8 figure earners in all truth, because everything that I teach you guys comes from 7 and 8 figure earners. Everything that I'm teaching you right now, this came from a 7-figure earner. Okay, this came from a 7-figure earner. So everything that I'm teaching you guys today is already 7 and 8 figure information. Is all about us putting in the work now. That's all it is now. So number 6 is your circle of influence. Okay, this call has gone way longer than I expected. I wanted to be done by 11. Okay, but let's finish up the last 2. Okay. All right. Number 5 was circle of influence. Number 6, something that'll keep you mediocre, is lack of personal development. We're not going to dive deep into this one because we already know what it is with this. Okay. If you do not have personal development in your schedule every single day, you will be holding yourself back more than anything in the world. There needs to be personal development in your schedule, in your itinerary every single day, Monday through Sunday, like on every flight that you take, on every ride that you take, like every car drive. Like, you should, as a matter of fact, guys, you shouldn't even be listening to music on your way to work. You shouldn't be listening to music, period. Let's put it like that. You shouldn't be listening to music, period. All right. Listen to personal development all day, every day. You should be spending more time hitting the books than on Instagram scrolling or on TikTok scrolling. If you have lack of personal development, you will be mediocre. You know what's funny, guys? Let me tell you something, and we'll continue to the next one after this. Right? You know when they say that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. You guys ever heard that saying? Put a one in the chat box if you ever heard that saying, that hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. Do you know how many people I have outlasted and I've beat because of my hard work on my personal development? And they were more talented than me. They were better speakers than me. They were way better. They had more money than me. They were in a better position than me. Everything better than me. But guess what? Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. A lot of people, when they start to make money, they stop doing personal development. They stop reading the books. They stop listening to the audios. They stop doing some of the things that got them there. But guess what? Me, I'm different. I've gotten my success and I actually do more now than I did before. Because I understand that I watch those people fall. I watch those people fall. I had somebody, I saw this quote yesterday that said, some people, watch somebody's downfall and it's a topic of discussion for them. But then there's other people that watch someone's downfall and they see it as a warning for them not to slip up. So there's two different types of people, right? There's somebody that will watch somebody downfall and make it a topic of discussion. Yeah, yo, he's falling. Yo, that's crazy. And then there'll be the person that's watching the individual fall and be like, yo, let me learn from that because I don't want that to happen to me. You see, that's what I did. I watched people that I used to look up to get the success that they wanted, and then I've watched them have it taken away from them because of the fact that they stopped doing personal development. They stopped going to the events. They stopped. And then I always told myself, when I get the success, I'll make sure to never stop, because I learned from watching somebody that got their success and they stopped, and then I watched them lose it all. So I said, when I get my success, I'm going to get there and I'm going to keep doing it because I don't want that to happen to me. So that's why I've gotten the success that I've gotten, and I've never lost it, regardless of retracements, regardless of people leaving, this happening, the company, this, that, all of that, regardless of anything. I've been able to keep my mindset and my purpose and my team all in the right place because of personal development. I told you guys, right? A few years ago, I had people that made fun of my team because they said that we were too focused on personal development. They were literally people that were, there was like a little like joke going around, like, oh, Neno's team, all they do is do personal development. And you know what's funny? They're not here today. And you know what? I laughed at them. I was like, yo, that's so funny that you guys think that, because personal development is the key to everything. So what do you mean? Is that a bad thing? Like, is that bad that we focus on personal development? Like, I don't get it. Was that supposed to be like a joke, or was that supposed to be like a topic of discussion? Like, what's the problem with that? That was my response. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, okay, and is that bad? They're like, yeah, bro, personal development, this is not. I'm like, yo, all I'm doing is preparing my team. That's all it is. That's all preparation. We trade, we make money, we pop ranks. We focus on a lot of personal development. You know why? Because we're here to outlast people. Just with that, we don't need to outtrade you. We don't need to outrank you. We just need to be more developed than you, because when those tough times come and those rainy days come, make sure you got your umbrella, fam. Because my team, we all got umbrellas and we ready. We got our coats. We got our winter jackets ready. We got our hats ready. We got umbrellas. Y'all the one that's going to be freezing in the corner over there with no umbrellas. My team is ready. We prepared. My team's mental toughness is through the roof. So we good. And that's exactly what happened. The tough times came. Those cold days came. Those rainy days came. And my team had the umbrellas up. I was looking to the left like, yo, Jay, you good over there, bro? Yo, you good? That's good, bro. You got your coat, right? You got the Canadian Goose? I see you. You got the Montclair. I see you, bro. You good. You good. We all solid over here. Make sure you keep the umbrellas up. Let's just keep walking straight. Don't look back. Let them stay back there. They made fun of us. Now they have to watch us. You see how that works? They was making fun of us. Now they have to watch us. Yo, sis, Julie, you got the umbrella, right? Cool, bet. You got an extra one just in case it gets kind of windy over here? Yes. Nano, I'm prepared, bro. I'm prepared, big bro. I brought 3 umbrellas. We ready. But you know why? It was because it was all mental preparation for these times. We were prepared already. So lack of personal development will keep you, at mediocrity. And then the last one, number 7, is lack of urgency. Okay, lack of urgency. I'm gonna go over them from the top. 7 causes to mediocrity. Okay, number 1 is the rear view mirror syndrome. Number 2, lack of purpose. Number 3, isolating incidents. Number 4, lack of accountability. Number 5, your circle of influence. Number 6, lack of personal development. And number 7, lack of urgency. Okay, having urgency, fam. Yo, let's get it done. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week. Don't wait till January. Let's do it now. Let's go hit those goals now. This is what I've been telling my team and the leaders within my organization. Yo, let's go now. What are we waiting for? We don't got to wait till January to start 2023. 2023 starts now. For me, I'm letting all of you guys know officially 2023 starts for me November 1st. I do this every year where this is how I prepare for 2023. Every November 1st, I treat it like it's January 1st for me. I'm like, okay, I get 2 months of preparation before the year ends to prepare myself. This is how I do it. Bam, 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 bam. And I prepare myself 60 days in advance before the year comes in. Because think about it. While everybody is waiting for 2023 to start, I'm running through 2023. Okay, so think about it. Let's say this is 2023 right here. Okay, everybody's waiting for here. Everybody's at the start line like this, waiting to start here. Okay, Nano started back here in November. So we running. By the time 2023 comes, I'm already running through 2023 while people are trying to start 2023. So I'm running through 2023. Okay, I'm not starting 2023. I'm running through it. So I'm getting a running head start from now. Because I already know, because I used to be the same one. I used to think the same way. I'm like, yo, I'm going to wait till January 1st, December 31st to set my New Year's resolutions, this, that, blah, 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 whatever. But now I said that's not the flex anymore. The flex is not waiting till New Year's to set the New Year's resolutions. The flex is start in November. Bro, you want to know? Let me tell you something. My millionaire friends, they already have the whole year of 2023 already planned out. That just goes to show you. That showed me a year or two ago that I was like, damn, that's the reason why I'm not a millionaire yet. My millionaire friends already have all of 2023 planned out. Like they know where they're going to be at in January, February, March, April. They know what's the summer. They know the tours. They know the cities they're going to. They know what's happening next fall. They already know what they're going to be doing next October. Think about that. They already have all of 2023 planned out. And some of you guys don't even have tomorrow planned out. That's how you do it, though. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. For real, for real. So I was like, man, I need to get on game. I need to get on game. But it's the urgency, though. It's the urgency. Lack of urgency. Yo, we got to move with urgency. Our goals are here now. And look, last thing I'm going to say so we can wrap it up, because I know this call has gone a little bit over. But I'm grateful that everybody's been here with me every single step of the way, which is amazing. That's how you know the call is good. The reason why I tell people, sense of urgency is so important right now, especially right now, is because remember, guys, we're in a recession. Okay, we're in one of the toughest times in U.S. history, in world history. And right now, there's a window of opportunity, right? There's a window of opportunity over the next, I truly believe in my heart that 2023 and 2024 are our windows of opportunity. Maybe just 2023 and half of 24. We have a little bit of window of opportunity. We have about 12 to 18 months of a window of opportunity that we got to take full advantage of. Whoever is most prepared and making the most money has the most capital. Because look, for me, let me tell you guys what my 7 and 8 figure friends are thinking like, okay? And I want you guys to sit here with me, right? This is how my 7 and 8 figure friends are thinking right now. They're thinking about how they can gain and get the most capital so that they can have money to buy up all of these cryptos, all of these stocks, all of these assets, all of these real estate investments. Because remember, everything is going to go all the way down. But just as everything comes all the way down, eventually everything will come back up. So all these millionaires, now that I'm in these circles, all these millionaires, all they're doing right now is collecting as much capital as they can. Getting capital. And what they're doing is they're saving it up over the next 12 to 18 months. Okay. And they already have a plan. Like, yo, we're going to take this 500,000. We're going to put this into real estate. We're going to take this 500,000. We're going to put it into crypto. We're going to take this 250,000. We're going to put it into stocks. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And I'm sitting there and I'm in the rooms as they're doing these conversations. And I'm like, okay, so we just got to get more capital. We just got to get more capital because the capital is the key. You got the capital, you can make moves. You can make moves. So for you guys in this business, yo, find a way to hit your top rank in your business, make as much money as you can trading, whatever it is, to be the best salesman or saleswoman in your field, because capital is what's going to help you out to take advantage of these opportunities. If the next 2 years pass and you don't make not even one investment, you're just going through the process of it. And then you're going to go back to your regular scheduled program life at the end of all of this. Or you can be the person that invested, was ready, prepared. You bought some properties, you bought some cryptos, you bought some stocks, and now you're up 6 figures, 7 figures based off of the investments that you made today. That's how you got to be thinking. That's how you got to be thinking. I truly believe that by 2025, life will not be the same anymore in terms of where we're at, in terms of levels. We're going to reach levels by 2025 that we dreamed of hitting. But it takes the years of 2023, 2024. I tell people, yo, these are my Jordan and Kobe years. Jordan 2023, Kobe 2024. These are going to be the 2 best years of my life. I'm going to talk about these 2 years for as long as I live. My Jordan year and my Kobe year, I'm going to talk about those for as long as I live. I'm going to be like, yo, my Jordan and Kobe year, those were the years that changed everything. Those are the ones that I'm going to talk about to my kids. Like, yo, you remember Jordan and Kobe year? Yeah, bro, that was the one that changed everything. Because we were ready, we were prepared, we were personally developed, we gained the influence, we had the capital, we prepared, and now we're here, fam. So those are the 7 causes of mediocrity. Thank you guys so much for staying with me on this call for literally an hour and a half. I usually don't go this long, but it was a message that had to be, shared. And you guys have been with me from the beginning. Not one person has dropped off. Like, it's amazing. Instagram for some reason cut off and it didn't let me, but we had 400 or 500 active on this call. But I'm just excited, fam. Type a 7 in the chat box if you guys, got value from this. If you guys, got some perspective from this. And if you type that 7 in the chat, is because, you're going to make sure that from this day moving forward, you're going to have urgency. Okay. You are going to make personal development a priority. Okay. You're going to change your circle of influence. All right. You're going to have accountability for yourself. All right. You're going to let go of the past. You're not going to have isolation incidents. Okay. You're going to do what's required in order for you to be far from mediocre. All right, fam, because that's the key. All right. So those are the 7 causes to mediocrity. I'm going to go over them one more time off the top, just in case anybody missed them. Okay. The 7 causes, number one is the rear view mirror syndrome. Number 2 is lack of purpose. Number 3 is isolating incidents. Number 4 is lack of accountability. Number 5 is circle of influence. Number 6 is lack of personal development. And number 7 is lack of urgency. Get that urgency, fam. Let's go get it done no matter what happens. All right. So that wraps up today's call. Super excited, super blessed to be on this call with all of you guys. If you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, my Instagram is at Long Live Nano. Okay. Also follow my Mornings with Nano Instagram as well. We are posting consistent content in there, and we're going to be having a lot more content posted on there at Mornings with Nano. That is my only page. Okay. We also have a brand new journal that is out right now as we speak. Okay. A Mornings with Nano journal where you can keep all of your Mornings with Nano notes in there together, and it's just super valuable. You guys can get a lot of value from the journal. We have gold cards on it. There's trainings. There's, a place for you to take your notes, everything. It's all right there. I put it in the chat box so you guys can, purchase any Mornings with Nano stuff. But with that being said, guys, thank you guys so much for hopping on the call. I'm going to do a quick prayer and then we out of here, fam. Quick prayer and let's go. Father God, thank you so much for this beautiful Tuesday morning that we get a chance to wake up and serve our purpose. We made the wake up list this morning, and for that, we are extremely thankful for all that you continue to do for us. Today, you made a lot of things clear to us, and you helped us understand the importance of not being an average person, but being a person of greatness, being somebody that doesn't live a life of mediocrity. And we understand things on a deeper level than we did before, including myself. I needed to hear a lot of the things that we shared today on this call. And it's just so important for us to find our purpose. It's so important for us to move with urgency and make personal development a passion and continue to surround ourselves with the right people and create a circle of influence that's going to help us, become the best version of ourselves. Just so many amazing points and nuggets that you gave us this morning that we all needed to hear. And we were on the call from the beginning to the end, over an hour and a half in, Father, and no one has hopped off. Everybody truly needed to hear this call. And we want to thank you for the wisdom and the knowledge that you continue to pour into us on a day-to-day basis. There's no words to describe the gratitude that we feel every single day for the guidance that you're giving us. You're standing by our side and you're walking alongside of us in this journey. And we couldn't have asked for a better leader. We couldn't have asked for a better companion during this journey, Father. So we love you so much and we appreciate you so much. We want to ask that you continue to guide us, protect us, and just be there for us through these times. And anyone who needs any kind of healing, we pray that you put your healing hand over them and you guide them through this time, Father. So we love you. We appreciate you. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 All right, fam. So with that being said, that wraps up today's call. Phenomenal call. Chicago edition. And I'm super blessed, super grateful. If you guys know anybody who's in the Chicago area that wants to come to the event, we have an event on Thursday here in Chicago. It's going to be, I have it on my story, so you can actually sign up for it on the story. So if you guys want to know more about it, you can get it on my story, fam. So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Leave a like on this if you haven't. Leave a comment. Show love. Love you guys to the moon and back. See you guys again tomorrow for another episode of Mornings with Nano. God bless.